So, as a customer, or a user of an elevator, what is the first thing which we all see when we enter? That's the elevator door, right? So imagine stepping into an elevator. The first thing you see, the first thing you interact with, and the first thing which safeguards you, that's an elevator door. Elevator doors are not just an entry point. They are a very critical safety component, which oft goes overlooked in many of the elevator installations. And let me tell you why. 70% of the callbacks which happen in any elevator, for maintenance issues are because of, dysfunctional elevator doors, or malfunctioning elevator doors. The elevator doors are the most moving component in any elevator, right? They open and close to a million times over a span of a 10-year time period and an average high rise. So they have to be extremely durable and they have to be extremely reliable. And elevator doors are a component from the other components which constitute an elevator. They are the number one component which contribute to elevator downtime as well, right? So this is the reason why we need to attach the maximum importance to having a very good elevator door, a high quality elevator door. Yet what happens is this is oft overlooked in the kind of cutthroat market we have in India, in this particular space, especially in the low to mid-rise segment as well. This is oft overlooked with a plethora of spurious products and non-compliant products, which sometimes make the way leading to safety issues overall. So today, what we're going to be focusing predominantly is we're going to throw the spotlight on elevator doors, and we want to change this perception so that we are able to, ensure that this education initiative which we have launched is all pervasive in the market, and people attach a lot more importance to how to choose, design, and pick the elevator doors which go into their elevator installations. The next thing is, what are the most critical factors to ensure that the elevator doors which you are purchasing are both safe and reliable, right? Uh, if you look at the flip side of this discussion, there are certain key aspects which you want to point out. Most of the doors in the market which we see, and this is something which has been quite burgeoning in the last 2 3 years, are these low cost doors which are flooding the market, right? We see a lot of there are a lot of design flaws which are actually there in those, which are due to a lack of an proper R&D setup, and most of these designs are sometimes imitations of certain different other OEMs which are not sometimes done to the best quality standards also. There are a lot of inconsistencies in manufacturing, the kind of tolerance levels which a global MNC can maintain, that is not something which a operator we can do, or a local operator can do. And the kind of consistency which needs to be maintained door after door, product after product, is something which is very hard to obtain. Untested systems, you have a lot of products which come into the market without much proper testing. To give you an example, some of the doors which we have launched, they are thoroughly tested and validated at our R&D lab over here. We and The claims which we make in our brochures, that we are able to reach the have a life cycle up to 1.5 million life cycles, 3 million life cycles, or 4 million life cycles, are because of the fact that we have actually tested those doors to up to 1.53 and 4 million life cycles over here at our testing facility at our R&D lab. So this is something which not many local competition can match. Um, Another key reason why the elevator doors are in sometimes becomes unsafe is because of installation issues, right? We The elevator market at its genesis is a market where currently there are a lot of the entry barriers is quite low. So we find a lot of players in the market with not much training coming about, which leads to certain poor installation as well. So it is incumbent upon the MNCs also, and also upon the installer, to ensure that they have good training and they're able to do the proper installation at the site as well before they actually do the installation in real time. Maintenance is something which many of us are very familiar about, when periodic maintenance in terms of, say, lubrication, in terms of doing proper AMCs, in terms of checking the door reversion, door closing. This is something which is oft overlooked, and unless and until there's a specific problem comes, preventive maintenance is not something which is taken very seriously. Uh, Counterfeit parts is something, which is very common across different parts of India. You have a lot of these counterfeit spare parts, especially the rollers, the brackets, which are sometimes force fitted, are as we popularly call it, jugaad karke. Sometimes, it is being done over there, which for the short term, it might not lead to any problems, but in the long term, definitely raises serious safety concerns. And finally, the kind of components which go into the elevator. It's not just about the doors, but even the other components which constitute the elevator. Even in the doors, where sometimes, you see the kind of SS which is being used, and the kind of lack of quality controls which ensure that some of the parts which are being used are completely unreliable. So these are some of the factors which make these elevator doors inherently unsafe, and this is something, as we said, is the flip side of discussion which needs to be kept in mind, so as to ensure that what actually constitutes an unsafe elevator door will be all of these things. To reinforce this concept of elevator door safety, this statistics will help you understand that most of us are familiar with the elevator accidents which are happening. We've seen a lot of official reports coming about, but the truth is much more harsher. There are a lot of unofficial, unreported accidents which also go about, and some of them are just captured over here. And if you see the number of accidents and regretfully the number of fatalities which have happened to it, the number one reason for that has been door safety. Close to 50% of these accidents and 50% of the fatalities have happened because of improper door safeties, as evinced by the data shown over here as well. So this lays a lot of emphasis on us to and ensure, understand, and also translate this fact to our market also, that the we need to ensure the door needs to be extremely reliable. If we need to start taking elevators as something which is not to be trifled. Just as a very good customer put it the other day, these days elevators have become a matter of life and death. So we need to take them very seriously. We need to have safe components which are there in the elevators, tested components, compliant components, right? And as an elevator manufacturer and installer, having safe and reliable components in my elevator enhances my own brand reputation, gives me a good standing, a good local standing among the multiple players and the customers, right? And ensuring that we comply to all of these safety regulations. uh, that might be a certain cost of compliance in the short term, but in the long term, the return on investment which you put on compliance will definitely be manifold. So in that perspective, I would use this to again reinforce the fact that how improper installations, as a continuing from the last side, improper installations can lead to certain fatalities, and how we need to ensure that we comply with all of these standards and comply with and ensure we have good quality components to ensure such fatalities don't happen. Next thing, as I said, I'd just like to showcase to you is a small video, right? To show, to see, an accident which has happened because of a safety feature not being there. So while these folks had a very miraculous escape, this is not something which is, which happens quite often. Right. And this is a scenario which is very oft seen across, multiple buildings. You have a person leaning against the door. Sometimes you have kids playing in the lobbies of the buildings where, they come and hit against the doors. Their cycle comes and hit against the doors. In some cases, you have such folks who stutter into the doors and hit the doors as well. These are actual scenarios, and these are scenarios which have actually contributed to those accidents, to those fatalities, which I showed you in the previous slide. And this is happening much more regularly these days. These are very, very commonplace incidents, right? The ones, as I said, where persons are leaning on the doors, where kids playing in the corridors. So we need to be much more cognizant of these ancillary activities as well. And we need to design our products to ensure that such incidents which are on the rise don't happen. And that is where we as a Wittur make a difference, right? So it's not just about the compliance standards, right? We comply with 14665 or 17900, but we have gone a step further and have added an additional reinforcement feature in the toe sill of the door, where we have an additional toe guard, which actually it's called an anti-drop sill hook, right? It ensures that the door doesn't completely fall into the shaft. This adds an additional layer of protection, an additional layer of safety, so that even if the person is leaning on the door, it does not, and they have a moment of notice, so then they can recoup themselves and it does not lead to an immediate fatality. This feature is something which is not seen in many competitors. It's quite unique to Wittur. It's one of our patented features. And this is our commitment to safety. This is one of an example which I'm giving where we have taken attention to some of the smallest things which can lead to elevator accidents and ensure that our doors even have those safeguards in place to ensure they don't recur, right? This is just a feature. It is, as I said, the commitment to safety that actually differentiates us from the competition. And all of our doors, right, from the core doors which tailor to a different segment, the stellar doors which tailor to a different segment, all of those doors mandatorily come with, you know this toe guard feature. Right. It's about, just you can see one, not many automobile manufacturers have six airbags mandatory in their cars. Like that, we ensure that all the variants of our doors have this toll guard mandatorily fixed in that, so that we have an added layer of protection for the folks and for the customers as well. So this is our Stellar and EcoVision doors. There are cutting edge doors with modular doors which meet all the safety standards. They are complying with the mechanical testing standards of IS 14665. Uh, Wittur found that there's a very yawning gap in the low cost market for a good quality, cost effective door. And it is to target this particular market fit that we introduced this particular door. It is extremely durable. It has this anti-drop safety hook. We have it available both in SS finish and also in the glass door finishes as well, solid. We have a small vision panel and a large vision panel also available in Stellar, along with multiple special finishes available in our glass door segment as well. Some of the key features which differentiates our EcoVision door from other products is it's extremely easy to install. In just 35 to 40 minutes at an actual site, the erector can come and do the installation. This is something which we have heard verbatim from our erectors, जो site पे जाके install करते हैं. Their performance is second to none with the kind of rollers, with the kind of trucks which we have given in that, and the kind of reclosing springs which are inbuilt in the headers. All the parts are very easily serviceable. It's low cost, low maintenance, and it's very well tested. It's tested up to a life cycle of 1.5 million life cycles and goes up to a speed of 1.5 meter per second. We also offer this in both part A and part B packing, which makes life much more easier for the installers and also for the building owners, where we give, uh, the panels and the header are given in the subsequent Part B installations, and the frames and the sill are given in the Part A installation, so that can be installed first, thereby making installation at the site much more easier. We offer this in multiple executions with both 50 90 frame in multiple finishes, be it SS304, 441, and even have multiple MS powder coated options with special finishes also available. This complies with the IS 14665, which is active even today as well, with the mechanical testing standards of 14665 as per the Indian codes and standards of Electric Traction Lift Act. Next, we come to the core door. Core door, as most of you will be very familiar with, it's as we popularly call it India's most favorite door, for favorite elevator door. This has been a product which has garnered a lot of repute for us in the market in the last a few years since, which was introduced in 2019. This is a fire rated door. We have this in direct SS executions as well and in claret executions as well. Goes up to a speed of 3 meter per second. It also has the anti-drop sill hook. It is very energy efficient and smart because of the brushless VBF control drive which we use. It's very easy to install and also goes up to a life cycle of up to 3 million life cycles as well. Ideally suited for applications of residential, commercial, between low to mid-rise applications. Core is very much suited, and Stellar is very much suited for the low-rise applications, which are much prevalent in the metros and also in tier 2, tier 3, cities as well. Next, we come to another snapshot which talks about, which summarizes all of the door product solutions which we have. As I said at the start, this webinar predominantly focuses on, throws the spotlight on elevator doors. And elevator doors is where, Wittur has a very, very renowned, application in the market across the world, right? And apart from that, of course, we have other different components also which we have given, but the kind of comprehensive door solutions which we offer in the market is second to none. Be it low-rise buildings, be it a requirement for cost-effective doors, which also have high quality standards, be it mid-rise buildings, which have a need for a certain speed of doors and also have to be cost effective, and at the same time have to have extremely durable, or be it high-rise buildings where you need to have very premium luxury finishes, and you need to have high quality standards, higher life cycles, and also higher speed also, right? We can provide those doors. So be it any customer segment, be it that particular segment, we have a door for your budget and for your segment. And it goes without saying, all of these doors are compliant with both IS and EN standards, as I showed. There will not be a single non-compliant product which comes out of the Wittur stable. That is the Wittur guarantee which we always give. Right. So these are the different types of door variants which we have across different applications. Even be it modernization solutions, Wittur doors are a perfect fit. Be it low rise buildings, G plus 3, G plus 4, or even home elevators for that matter. G plus 1, G plus 2 home elevators. Wittur has the perfect door, and we have the perfect home elevator solutions also in that case. Even be it, mid-rise solutions for commercial buildings, low commercial buildings, or a G plus 6, G plus 10 solution. We have a core doors, be it at the non-fire rated segment where up to G plus 5. We have our stellar ecovision doors also. We have special finishes also in the ecovision doors, along with the safety features, the anti-drop sill hook, which is almost mandatory across all the door segments which we are offering. And even for heavy duty segments, we have the core MD and also the hydra doors with premium finishes with higher speeds going up to 6 meter per second as well. And even at the last, we have round doors also in our global portfolio, the Luna doors, the art by Luna doors, which have given in multiple applications across the world also, which we can import and give, which is available in our global portfolio. So Wittur India has localized most of these products in India as well, except for the Luna doors. So as we said, no matter the building type, we have the perfect door solutions. So reach out to us for any of any of the products, any of the requirements which you have, and we'll have the door for you. And finally, just to summarize, now that we are wrapping up, I would just like to take a step back and ask you, why Wittur, right? It's because we are not just in the business of manufacturing doors or manufacturing elevator components. We are in the business of engineering safety, innovation, and reliability. Be it any component which we create at our India plant or in the global plant over here. So that comes with the dint of the R&D expertise which we have, which is best in class. That comes with the prowess we have in terms of manufacturing and the wide product portfolio which we have, and also in the fact that we are able to provide customized door solutions and standard door solutions also as and when the requirement may come. So we are one of the largest manufacturers, I said earlier, with a very diverse customer base in India and across the world, and with a very large manufacturing footprint also. So this is one of the key reasons why Wittur can be your ideal partner, component partner in your next installations. And as we said, I hope, we have a much more educated viewpoint and a much more better perspective and a takeaway about how important elevator doors are for in all of our installations going forward. So with that, this is our coordinates where you can reach out to us, where you can talk to us, where you can get some guidance on which door you want to install, or if you're looking for certain specific customized solutions which you're looking for a projects, do give us a holler. And you can reach out to our sales network, which is available all across the country, be it any state you have. Reach out to us, and we can loop you in with our respective sales manager of that particular region. Or if you have any technical queries, we can loop you in with our technical sales support representative in that particular region as well. So with that,